Join the fun.
Samurai just took a flip back as well. Don't know where that. He gets another. That's what 1v1 could probably do it.
Actually go in and get the frag. Turns around and gives it second.
They try to say, what is that?
Let's play. Sign up now.
Welcome back. GLL, Wingman Series 2, game number 6. Another Miramar is coming up. And funny enough, our first Miramar game was actually, it felt to me that was the fastest one of them all.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the statistics are, agree with me, but that's what it felt like.
It was a good action all the way through, and we
Yeah.
had some good moments, and I think the good circles and everything was just you had good fights all the way
Yeah.
through, and the action was all the way through the map as well. Some mid-game rotations, of course, but still pretty good ending, and some pretty sick shots on these players.
Yeah, indeed, that's very true. And I think what's intriguing for us to see momentarily is to see where the leaderboards have taken us.
Oh,
How
yeah.
is this going to be? Because as we have learned it now, the top 8 in this tournament to get money, right? It's 1,500 for the winners. That's
Yeah.
a cheeky bit of cash to have,
To
to
just
do.
play video games a couple of times,
Why
chill
not?
out with your buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a mixture of competitive players and people that don't play, in a competitive environment. So obviously, it's
Unnecessarily don't have the time to it, because actually there's a lot of people that don't have the time and
the
to
energy.
invest in it and the energy. to
Listen,
invest in it,
it's
yeah.
having been someone that spent 15 years of my life playing competitively. It's I don't miss the practicing. I don't miss the
No.
practicing.
It takes a long time. That's why a lot of these players, they play 40 hours a week and work meanwhile or study. And that's why these tournaments also are very nice to have in the weekend, of course, so we enable some of these players to showcase their skills. But yes, as you said, 1,500 for the first prize, 1,000 for second, 800 for the third, and then downwards down to the 8th that gets $200.
So what's your, now that we've seen a few games here,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on the duos in terms of, we've already touched it a little bit, for me, it's something about two players playing together that it can be beautiful, a work of art, but at the same time you can see one guy that can still, make it happen and play, have a deep run in the game. There's something cool about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about duo, as we talked about earlier as well. I mean, when you have these single or solo heroes that makes these hero plays where it's 2 versus 1 and it just makes some insane clutches, you can't do that in a squad unless you're absolutely insane wiping a full squad 1v4, because it's just so harder to cover 4 angles than it is to make 2 or make some insane flanks. I mean, personally, I only had very good success in duos. I haven't won anything in the squad tournaments yet. I did win a DreamHack Winter together with Balak, duo tournament up there. I love playing it. It is very stressful, but once you make it and everything happens, it's just beautiful. I absolutely enjoy that.
Let's look at the leaderboards, though. That's something we've been waiting for here, to see where we stand. And the Zupa and Goes are about to hit 800 points.
Yep, 18 kills. We do have 24 and 23 on the boys below, but 18 kills and 799 points.
It's sick to see here. Multifor and Skirk, somehow with 6 kills, are in the 4th position right now in this tournament.
They've just been extremely consistent.
Yeah.
And
And
all the way
persistent.
through, yeah. Not a lot of kills. Basically, if they don't get any kills in this round, they're going to have 1 kill per round between the two, making it a 0.5 KD. Not impressive by that, but it's very impressive, which the whole story about the game is you have to survive. And they've been doing that very beautifully.
Yeah, I think if you look at the leaderboard, really, these are the teams that are within the money positions right now that have most consistently pretty much been in the later stages of the games,
Yeah, indeed.
through and throughout.
Absolutely. I mean, if you get a top, top 2 and you consistently get into the top 10 afterwards, you're gonna be there. We see Fifi Jones and Mudov. They're in the top 8 right now. They're very close to the other players. So the money is still open for the top 20. I'd say if you do make a good play.
Exactly. On the other hand, Nop and Mad Rusky, 0-0 still.
I think that they haven't played actually. I think we only saw 31 teams. So I think they
That's very true.
yeah. I think
Very unfortunate for them.
yeah. Very unfortunate.
They've missed out on all the fun.
They didn't want to. They didn't want to win anything. I think it's because that Nop is playing in a final somewhere else, if I remember correctly.
Well, should have subbed in someone.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's impossible.
I don't know. But Matt Roski, he's probably mad that Nop couldn't
He's
play.
a Mad Rusky.
Yes, unfortunate for them. But yep, still some of these teams are gonna be earning some money off this, of course.
Oh.
And we're gonna have a fantastic plane right here. North
Yeah.
Impala towards Montenuevo, El Paso, making basically everything possible right now.
I have a hunch that we might have a couple teams in Picado for some early fights.
Do you think it's gonna be some?
Come
some of
on,
these
go to the
teams-
boxing hall. Go to the boxing hall. Let's see it happen. Look at this graveyard, though. Seems like people are going to be wanting to go there, or Hacienda del Patron.
Oh, look at all these guys going north here. San Martin,
Yeah.
10 teams.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have 3 teams. Hula Silva here, jumping down there again. They did have some success before. It's 3 teams in Picado. We're gonna have some early Picado action right here. Only one team going Chimacera or Chimichanga if you can't pronounce Chimacera. I did take some time learning that. Likewise, as El Azhar as well, or El Azahar. Oh my God! Look at these Hacienda guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 teams. 6 teams. 1 team going out.
A little prodigy and pack.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, how about no? They can still make it into the money or get a better
All
position.
right,
into the
let's
money.
get into Del Patron here to see how does this go down. This is like it reminds me of like a public lobby kind of a situation. You have like 3-4 teams, usually more when it comes to the public servers.
Indeed.
But this is at least somewhere within the same range. The first knock has actually taken place. Sarkis is going to be the one to get the first blood. There we go. PJ Renegade is going down. His teammate somewhere in the close proximity.
Wizards pushing right now and taking out Vladkot. So Sharkies is down to 1 player or 1 member.
This is a high risk, high reward play, though. I mean,
It is indeed.
if you are the one to survive, you can usually be pretty well kitted out here.
Oh, indeed. Not a developer, also down to 1 player. Oh, there's some push here. Wizards coming in and taking out Sharkies. Meanwhile, not a developer is pushing as well. He's taking out as well. So Sharkies and not a developer down to 26 teams already. And Wizards are going to be the only team standing except for Schaefer and Smeagol. They've heard this. They've had some time looting. So now they're going to be just pushing this. Level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, and extended micro Uzi right here. It's chilling.
Never underestimate micro Uzi, though.
Oh, no. The rate of fire on that gun is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can make a play with that.
Yeah, he's looking to get into position to get something going on. Finds a pan for his troubles. If he gets to maybe make some chicken later.
Yeah.
All right, the circle has come in.
Somewhat.
Northeast bound.
Somewhat the same as we saw before. Smeagol here did micro Uzi some guys. So Wizards have 1 guy knocked. And Schaefer is pushing in. There's a level 2 helmet right here on the ground. Pickett down to 50% HP as well. He's going to try to nade it here. Nice bounce nade. Kind of stuck on the stairs right here. Schaefer taking the other flank. Oh, down to 30% HP or 20% HP here. Smeagol has to push this right now, or at least try to make a play together with him. He has the micro Uzi in hand. Pushing up right now. Smeagol making the play for it. Pushing him. Oh, nice flank on it. Wizards not so magical anymore.
Yeah, I mean they were the ones to win the fight in Hacienda, the early fight with 3 teams coming in, but then they didn't expect one more to be late bloomers, if you will.
Nope. So Belicious here taking Andrew Pounds out. So they're down to 1 player as well. 25 teams only left alive, and 48 players. Nihanas. Oh, and it's been a fight in Picado as well. Only 2 players alive on that one. It's just Lucky, and Nihanas is also on that one. So they're going to be a 1v1 as well. Player 36 in the Sharks in a tough position. Bitch or Bish, if you like, is on the top floor here of this with Modify. They're pushing these guys here. Player 36, Wilden, is trying to make a play or try to get his teammate up. This is least.
Ooh,
That's
hello.
that's a crash and
We're
a
sorry
half.
that this crash occurred.
Sorry, Ansvar. Don't DM Ansvar. Here we go. That is why we have 2. We have 2 guys alive. E.T. Sesti taking out Pride XD. There, he did go early for that center compound. There's dead center. So, to my Bish is taking Sharks out. E.T. Sesti is falling down. He has knocked himself. He's falling down.
We've already lost so many players, and we're not even 1 circle deep. Nowhere near.
We have one team as well in Valdemar. And all these teams, they're making a play for it. It's beautiful to see that they're still playing for it, though.
Yeah, willing to take the fights.
Yep. Valdemar here. It's a long way from the circle. Little Prodigy and Patcaps have spotted this beautiful crate coming down to them. Smeagol and Schaefer has also seen it, but they must have heard these 2 vehicles coming in. He did flip the bank bus right there, but he's made it back alive to that 2 bank bus. Beautiful setup from them. Making the defensive play here. Smeagol and Schaefer pushing Little Prodigy and Patcaps here. It's North America versus North America. It's gonna be in that. It's gonna be in that circle, or in that crate. Sorry.
Well, they've definitely spotted one another now. Some gunfire.
He did take it. M249. He's just gonna take all the bullets. He did not pick it up, even though it is a car destroyer. He has a silenced 4x M4. Trying to get some shots on that. Smeagol, meanwhile, has a level 3 helmet as well. Take some shot. Nice knock. Smeagol knocking Patcaps. So Patcaps is knocked right now. Nice headshot on that. He does not have a helmet and only level 1 vest. And Schaefer is going to push here. He has a level 2 helmet and a level 2 vest and an M4. So he can just make the wide flank right here. He does know where the teammate is knocked. So he's just going to make this safe play here. Taking the flank all the way around. Basically just getting some info right here. He does have the info. And Smeagol is taking out because he didn't wait for him. So Schaefer was on a wide flank and Smeagol pushed straight up onto them. So not
They
making.
expect this flank though. I don't think they will, and that should be innocuous. But Schaffer goes down. That's a nice trade.
Yeah, Schaffer is out. Smeagol dead. Little Prodigy and Patcaps are gonna survive. Maybe they're gonna pick up that M249 just for the lulz. They're at least gonna get all the loot from Hacienda. Leftovers, if you may.
For the memes.
For the memes. Final Costas here, chilling with this bank bus, taking a northern road here. And we have It's Just Loggy and Grime. They're the guys from Picado. It's Just Loggy was the last guy alive from that. Pat Caps and Little Prodigy with 2 kills as well. Trying to make sure that they're going to be staying or going into the money. I can't remember if they're in the top 8 right now, but they're at least pretty close, if not in the top 8.
So we have teams here on the west side of the circle rotating in. Obviously, majority of them are already, considering how big the zone is, still within the within it. But then we have some of the late bloomers here in the south part.
Yeah,
Making
Grime
something
Legend.
happen. They've spotted.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Straight up into the face.
8x card to the face right there. They do know Nihanas is there as well, so they know it's 2 teams right now, so they're just going to push this maybe. He's going to take the bank bus and chill out right now. Maybe make a play for it. Pat Caps trying to jump to get the spot. They did knock him in a quite high ground position with some cover, so he's going to be able to pick up his teammate right there.
Yeah, Kippy the Slayer, by the way, and his teammate are again found themselves on some elevated positioning in the dead center of the circle. As Final Costas is taking some shots. Himself also in a solid position, just casually 8xing. Again, you'd imagine he probably has a relatively high sensitivity
You could imagine, yes.
or a never-ending mousepad.
A never-ending mousepad also option. I mean, I do have a big mousepad. It's usually made for wide, but if I don't play with high sensitivity, I play with somewhat medium. So if I want to have a big spray, I just turn it around and then I have 90 centimeters of spray, just pull it all the way down.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys, he's very sneaky right here.
Okay. No,
Pad caps has pushed in. Little Prodigy is nowhere near to be seen. He must have lost him. Little Prodigy is nowhere close to Pad caps. So Nihanas is just making this sneaky. But it's because it's upstairs, he's easily hearing the steps upstairs.
Yeah. That's very true. It's a bit of a
little stalemate right here.
Yeah, waiting game between these two boys.
Yeah. Both of them wanting to get the last place of the day. Microstar and all these boys are rotating in the big rotations. Coming in from the north here. The Super and the Ghost also, or Super, the Super and Ghost. I want to call them both of them, but Ghost and the Super. They're still in the cup rear looting here. They're going to jump into their car and making their way in here. Maybe going to meet up with the Tap, who tapped them out in second place last game.
Yeah. Into the first 10 minutes, so lost 10 teams.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive actually. 37
Just
alive.
to put that
only.
out there.
Yeah. And also we have some solo players as well. We have, how many solo players? We have
Maths on stream, never good.
a lot. 7 actually solo players.
Never do math on stream.
No, true. We do have 7 solo players. But the Super here, trying to get revenge or retaliation onto the Tap. He didn't get tapped out, but the Super here gonna get his 2-seater again. Jump on that and make sure they get into the zone.
Yeah.
The whole northwestern side here is pretty open all the way down to water treatment. But Microstar and Edelweiss and the Tap here. Oh, the Tap is gonna get knocked from his bike. Edelweiss is turning around right now. It looks like he's gonna try to make a run for it. Edelweiss. Very nice by him.
Yeah.
But
nice.
water treatment is very open here. The Super and Ghost, they can easily push into this.
Yeah, they definitely can. Like you said, the north part of the circle, still a lot of space for players to take. But we obviously have the bird's eye view here. They do not. So their decision making may not be according to what we think out here. As
Of course.
The circle decides to be quite center of the old circle. A lot of space there within the center parts of the circle still available. And it's going to be a lot of elevation, a lot of terrain where you can use, again, the ridges in your advantage. Don't necessarily need to have compounds.
Yeah, indeed. And this is also, as I said before, you have these roads here that you have to run down an open-sided
What's this?
hill and run 30, 40, 50 meters in the open if you have to cross. So this road really cuts this circle in half right now.
Yeah.
One of these teams are already inside. The other teams can either take their cars, rotate in. I think Snoopy and Adusi, they're going to try to get that position that Drassel and Pistola Time had earlier. Drassel and Pistola Time making their way in as well.
It's going to put a lot of pressure on the players there on the west side as Mortify is putting some shots in. Carbon, does he survive? It seems to be the case. Very, very close. A couple more bullets and he would have been down.
And before he's going to flip the bike.
Now, this is actually a good rotation here coming from Edelweiss, for example. Here, they are taking all the way to north to make their way down south. Obviously, they don't know it, but from our perspective, they could potentially put themselves in a competitive position.
And that's also the beautiful part of having these somewhat centered circles is you open up a lot of space, being able to come in from every direction. And if you go in late, you can maybe take an edge position. If you go in very early, you can try to get some of these centered compounds. Drassel and Pistola Time, dead center, have a really good position as well. In the gas station, there's a lot of positions that's basically just open for that right now. Final Costas here, spotting Microstar, taking some shots at him. Connecting any single tapping here, tap, tap, tap. Meanwhile, Phonias is going to take full-on spray on him. Edelweiss and the Tap making it as well. Goes in the Super, as we talked about. When you're sitting in a good first position and you're smelling the money, you're going to take it a bit more slow and taking a slower approach to the circles here. They're just trying to make it in, trying to get a good position, scout out every possibilities they have, making sure they're not getting gate kept.
No, the only issue can be that the team that doesn't have anything to lose anymore, with a Hail Mary, somehow managing to get you.
Indeed.
That could be the issue.
Yeah, and Active and Pidgemanota sitting in second place. They're down in the south. Pretty good position as well. Fifi Jones here sitting on an M4 and with an M4 in the back and a Kar 98. He just doesn't seem to have the good gear on his head though, or his vest. Kume here and Strandums. Pat Caps and Nihana's just chilling here. They're still inside the zone, so there's just going to be a stalemate here. 21 teams alive, 37 players left.
Seems like there might be a bit of a confrontation here. Biz is making his way into this house to join up Mortify. They have Garbin by the haystacks. Who's heard him? Waiting for an opportunity. Obviously here's that going through the windows. Breaking the window. That sounds seems to reach quite far away.
Indeed.
Carbon being very, very, very careful here.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have been trigger happy there.
He does have the loot as well for it. He can just sit and wait. He's not. Doesn't look like he's needing everything here. Kame taking out by Lula. Strandums is gonna try to make the cover here. The perfect play right now, making sure that his friend is gonna be surviving this. He's making the fort with it. Lula trying to get a angle on it. He's gonna smoke it up, and Strandums is gonna be able to take Kame up.
Yeah, that should definitely be the case. So we have the circle now closing in as well, so we'll get a bit of an indication of how this game is going to start developing, as the next potential confrontation is happening on the southwest side of the circle.
Yeah, the Suban goes. Jagganoff and Wasabi. The zone is going straight northwest.
Ooh.
Straight onto Sharpshot and Kickstart as well here. Very good position on them.
Yeah, Kippy also, again, somehow finding a very, very good position in the circle.
Jagganoff seems to have a sixth sense right now. Spotting in the general direction of Goes and the Suba. Making sure that they're not going to get gate kept. The southwestern side of the circle is going to be having a lot of players. Very dense area down there. Very open as well. So you're going to see some kills and some fragging out down there. Pistola time. Drassel also made it in. Very good position on the eastern side. Modify here. They might have heard or have the info.
They must have seen him or something.
Yeah.
So
Carbon has extremely good loot though. He has a level 3 helmet, 3 vest, slightly broken, 4x silenced scar and an M4. So he's very
anything
good
you could
loot.
hope for.
Yep. So they want to frag him out. Is that nade gonna connect? They're gonna try to throw at least. Nope. Have a pretty good pinch on him. Meanwhile, another player is gonna drive into the blue. So Belicious from team number 15. He must have lost mass. Modify taking some shots at him. Connecting
Now the
one.
question is, do they think it's Carbon that's made that move?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think
'Cause they're-
I think you're right. I think that
Yeah.
I think they think it's Carbon, and Carbon is pretty close. He can basically just run in and come close into these Haybell houses, where the Haybells are being
Unless he's playing like the really long game and just decides that I'm not even here.
No.
One of those plays.
kept.
He's not engaging at all.
I'm one with the game.
Yeah.
Just FK. Oh, so Belicious taken out. 19 teams left now. 35 alive, of course. Ghost and the Super has made a decision to try to make a good rotation here, and they are going to survive that, it looks like.
Yeah. It's true. We'll see how it all how it all pans out here. As we say now, teams still on the south outside the circle, who are in some, well, let's say, not the best possible turn for them to be making moves.
Nope. Bish and Modify here trying to breach the boys here. Suba and Ghost here, our leaders. They have made the right call here, trying to scout out a bit. They're going to cross the road because the road is of course, free. We know that, they do not know, but a good way to scout it out. Modify here. He's going to push here. Bish is taken out. He's going to push into this house maybe. Trying to
Trying to get an angle.
Trying to get an angle and make a stand for it because he's lost his teammate and it does not look like he's going to get him up.
No, it doesn't seem like that's a possibility now. However, Pizzos has made his way into the warehouse.
Trying to get a little angle there, getting some info, and then nope. Oh, I'm just going to stay in this corner. Bardave and Mr. Fuse HD, they're going to be pushing into Dressel and Pistola time.
They will have to, considering the blue is on him.
Yeah, Mr. Fuse here. There, he's driving in, so he's going to be making a lot of sound here. Just exposing him and Bardave. Making sure that Dressel and... Bardave knocking Pistola time. Throwing nades at him. Dressel taking one knock on Bardave. The tap is going to steal that kill from Pistola time. Dressel is taking fire from the north. From Edelweiss and the tap.
Oh, is that going to be... No, I think it's too far. Is it?
Oh,
no, it's not.
Yeah, it could. It did do some damage. That was a pretty good nade. Dressel is gonna disengage this fight. The next zone has popped. It has popped straight onto Sharpshot and Kippy. These guys, they have been on the move all the time. They took that high ground position as we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But they're in the divot right now.
Oh,
Mudov and Fifi Jones.
That's kind of the dark side of this map, is when you end up in this kind of situation where you have a couple of rocks around you and you're fighting against a team that has the elevation advantage on you.
Yeah.
It's a Miramar classic. Out in the open of the deserts.
Exactly. That is also why Miramar is not the favorite map right now. There's a lot of open space, a lot of open mountain sites that you have to run, or sometimes are forced to run down off. M24 suppressor and level 3 vest. Here you go, Serial, Phonias, and Final Costas. You guys are treated. I maybe haven't spotted it. Oh, he already have one, so maybe it's just or maybe they did take it, but he took it. He just nodded. Very nice of you, you Ansvar. So he did take that M24.
It's a subtle way of confirming it.
Yeah, but I mean, usually when they take it on the map, the crate disappears. But the Super here and goes in the south. They're in a really good position right now. 799 points, and it looks more and more like they're gonna take the W home in this games today.
22 minutes deep into this game. A lot of action already happening here. And it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
Nope.
As the circle's getting smaller. People were transitioning in to within that wide circle. Mudov has him taking a handful of damage. As he's fighting to Tab, he manages to pick him down. And there we go. That's a
beautiful
cleanup.
Beautiful cleanup right there. Mudov taking out Edelweiss and the Tap, the winners of last game. Well played by Mudov. Insane shots right there. Good 2v1, 1v2. Grime here taking some shots at Jekanov and Wasabi. They're running in the open on those mountains we talked about. They have no cover there. They are forced to make a run for it to get into the zone, and they're just in a really hard position. Of course, it's their own choices that made them there, but Wasabi here running down an open-sided mountain right now.
As we are down to 15 teams now. So, ooh, that's a cheeky. Felt like,
It felt like that should have been a knock, right?
I know, right? It looked like it.
Yeah. Maldefar and Skurglot from Ambush in a good position here. Very close to Pidgeminota. The eastern side is pretty stacked, I'd say.
Yeah.
You have Drassel, you have Bardave and Mr. Fuse, you have Empire, you have Pidgeminota, you have the Ambush boys. It's just Loggy has luckily come into the zone as well. Empire here taking some aggressive stances on the big hill here. He does not have a helmet. He does have a fresh level 3 vest though, but no helmet on a doozy. Yeah, next one is gonna pop straight in the middle here. Sharp shot kickstart. What a great position they have right here.
Obviously, if you look at the southwest side of that circle, there's still, again, a bit of elevation there that can be utilized. Once you get into the zone, that could end up being an important factor into the fights coming in.
Yeah, indeed.
You never want to underestimate that fact.
That was
Cheeky Molly.
cheeky Molly here trying to make sure that he doesn't push him into the fire. Kibby here.
Did they know the physics of this game at all, or?
I'm not sure. The fire is the fire can be good. Very good in houses, I think, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
utilized often. Not in pub games, not in competitive. You don't see people picking it up. They also take a lot of space.
Yeah.
Nearly taking the space of 2 nades. Here, Bardave. Oh, taking a shot as well himself, losing his helmet. So he's down to having a hoodie. Malefar taking out. Skurglol is about 200, 150 meters away from him. He's going to disengage from that and just be making his way in as well. They are in the top 5 right now, so they want to make a good play of this so they can get some money out of these games.
Grime Legend right now scoping the right way.
Unluckily, we didn't see Pidgemanota here taking out Mr. Fuse, HD, and Bardave, but their days are done.
Yeah.
Pidgemanota alone, and Noctiv has left him for another man.
They're looking good for that top 3 position.
Indeed. And we can probably already say right now the Super and Goes, they are in the top 12 right now.
Yeah.
No matter what they do from this, even if they take this M24 or not, they are probably going to be taking home the win of the games. But we're going to see that after the games later. But Pidgemanota here also, they're in the top 2 right now. Empire is still alive, so he has to make a play for it if he wants to win that $1,000 that the second place gives.
Ooh, Skork must have spotted that. Just waiting for the right time to engage.
Yeah.
It's not right now. Trying to move up. And here comes that moment in time. He gets the kill. It's a free one.
Grim Legend. That was a grim death.
That's not the greatest way of going. No.
Nope. Skurk is gonna be able to make his way into the top 7 here. 12 alive. Empire has 2 alive. Kickstart and Sharpshot also a duo alive. Final, Costas and Phineas Kame also alive here in the south. So we have some duos and we have some solos, of course.
Yeah. And again, just a great estimate to the Terran and how it can play in your favor. So many dips around.
Oh my god, again. Onto Sharpshot and Kickstart. They've been sitting there most of the game.
The surroundings of that compound is rather flat too.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed.
So
there's a dip on the other side here where
Yeah,
Empire is.
yeah.
There's a bit dip, but still it's very hard to cross the road as they may have to do later.
Mhm.
And they're going to be pushing this compound also later here. But still, it's a pretty good compound to have. But it's also easy to breach as well. I'm kind of surprised that nobody did that once they saw it being dead center. Maybe they didn't want to die the same way that the 2 other guys that did die from that. Kame is close to the Super and Goes right now. He's looking at them in the southwest. And he looks to have the info.
yeah.
Disengaging a bit now. Everybody's just trying to make their way in. Have
Find
a
the
good position.
safest route into the circle, but I feel like we're gonna have people going down relatively soon once the zones start pushing in, just because of how the Terran plays out within the area of the new circle. As we have, Haduzi has made his way to that dip we were discussing about before, and he's gonna spot Zupa and his teammate actually.
Deuce here. These guys are looking pretty good as well for the top 3. 7 teams. The ambush guys are still alive as well.
Yeah. Closing stages are upon us, you could say. As we have Costas made his way with his teammate into the circle now as well. They seem to have a bit of cover that they can hold on to as engagement has taken place here. Kickstart and his teammate are the ones that have this one compound in their possession, but the Zupa and Ghost have actually made their way towards the south side of that housing area.
Yep, they have indeed. And now Skurglal is in a position where he is forced to move. He's gonna smoke it out. I'm not sure that people know where he is, so maybe he could just try to go for the sneak. But he's gonna smoke and make sure that people know where he is, or at least in what general direction he is. And Empire now knows that he has to cross the road, taking shots at him, connecting one, connecting two. Also taking shots himself. Empire taking shots from the other side of the road here from Kickstart. He had a good position and a good flank on him. Adusi taking out Skurklok at 7th. So they're going to be out on that position. Costas here has seen Kami and Strandums. Strandums is the invisible guy on the map. He can't be seen on the minimap or the map, but he is somehow still alive.
The invisible man.
Yeah. Oh, again.
Oh.
That is dead center on the zone. Goes and the Super here. Also in the zone. Empire, they have to make a run for it. The Super and Ghost, they have to make sure that other doesn't push them. Final Costas and these guys, they have to make a run for it. Back towards it as well. Empire here on the other side of the roll in the dip. With some cars as well. They could potentially breach that area if they want to. Right now they're just focused on Mudov, who is also currently sitting in the top 10. They were 8th before this game.
Yeah. And they've had 3 kills this game as well.
Yeah.
And are in the top 6 right now.
So they're probably pretty sure of winning some dollars.
Yeah. A bit of a duke out going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, just swinging back and forth. Oh, there we go. Aduzi does see Mudov. A couple bullets. Oh, the nades coming in now. Here comes the push as well. The play is being made. Subi's problem is that he does not have a helmet to utilize. The stack grenade is a little short, but there we go. The kill has come in, and now here comes the move though, as the circle's starting to shrink.
Absolutely. Empire here on the hurry. They have to make a run for it right now. And it looks like Kickstart has his eyes on him. Kame here taking shots as well, taking down. Sharp shot, taking out Kame and finishing him off as well. Strandums is also very low. Costas and Serial Phonias is also inside. Empire here making a jump for it. Maybe he shouldn't have jumped. Maybe he just kept running. He's going to be spraying in that Super here, making some more kills. He's going to finish off the kill as well, making sure that they get another kill, putting them at 2 kills for this game.
Yeah. It's like the 2 teams here that are in the circle should be the ones to be duking it out for the win of the game, as a doozy comes in. And like I said, it's the 2 teams that were in the circle: Kickstart, Sharp Shot, HD, and the Zupa and Ghost. We can probably call them winners at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Super and Ghost taking home the 1,500. But who's going to be taking home the other money? Because we, of course, have money for the top 8. Right now, insane knock here. Sharp shot, HD, with a very sharp shot on the Super's face. With the Khan 88. Nice flank by him. Meanwhile, Kickstart is going to go to the church here and try to make a flank for it. Giving some info, knocking him off. Oh, coming down to 20% HP. Sharp shot is going to be pushing as well. Goes. Knows.
Plays are being made for sure. Now he slows it down a little bit. Oh, goes. Gets split up. Down to 30 or so HP. And there we go. Sharp shot with the last of it. And there we go. I mean, definitely again, look at that. Sharp shot with Casuals 7 kills to Kickstart's 0.
Yes.
Talk about carrying.
That's a bit, he must have had a little free backpack in this game carrying that much weight. Maybe Kickstart have done all the damage, but he did indeed have some nice knocks, some nice headshots with that Kar 98. Goes in the Super with 3 kills. Empire with 4 kills as well. Costas and Zerofonas with 3. Strandums and Lakame on the 5th. Mudo and Fifi also in the 6th position here. Ambush also in the 7th. And Pidgeminota and Noctiv also in the top 8. So very exciting to see who's going to take the money home and which amounts is it.
We should have seen more Miramar in this duos tournament. They were more, honestly, more exciting games.
Yeah, I think Miramar for duos. I think if you want to play competitive Miramar, you should play the duos. I really think that the duos here in Miramar is very exciting. There's more places to loot as well. And
there's also like
it's pretty fun to watch as well.
On the Wrangle, it was so much about having a certain amount of compounds that you take over, and then everyone's just trying to get into those, or someone in between. You end up in massive crossfires. In this one, on Miramar, it's more because you can use the Terran, like we've been pointing out throughout the cast. There's so many little bumps and dips and ridges and everything that you can utilize apart from all the
houses.
compounds and houses. So that I think it just adds like a layer to it, which works in a duo environment.
Yeah,
very well.
especially because we have the double amount of teams, so everybody can't just share a compound. And yeah, but I think very much indeed that Miramar here has proven to be very exciting to watch for the duo tournament at least here. Mudov here taking down the tab and taking down Edelweiss. Insane play by Mudov.
We lost 10 teams in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, we did. So maybe some of the teams wanting to make these big plays here. Skurglal taking out Grime Legend. A very grim death.
Indeed. That wasn't great.
Sharp shot here with the flank on Ghost. Ghost taking him out, and that secured the wing for them right there. And exciting to see he's going to be in this top 8 taking home the money. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure, that we can say congratulations to the Super and Ghost for the first place in the
Unless they
Series
got
2.
disqualified or something.
Unless they get disqualified for being lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen anything fishy from them, but they're extremely skilled throughout this tournament.
Yeah.
So congratulations on the $1,500 for that.
That's some solid money right there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to be watching this. Just obviously because it's players that are in the competitive scene and that are players that don't necessarily play competitive PUBG or any other game competitive for that matter. So it just makes for a nice mixture. And then, yeah, I mean, Miramar games were a lot of fun. It's obviously it's a very Miramar as a map in general. It's just a very you need a lot of scopes. Obviously, it's a long range fights and all that kind of stuff. But then also seeing so many amazing shots from all these players with the scopes and being able to spray with 8x scopes and all that kind of stuff. It just plays out in the sense that it gives us such a deep variety of different skill sets.
Yeah, and especially when this is just so beautiful because you have this individual skill that you can really show these. Also, driving down players is also super important skill, of course. But when you can make these 1v2 plays that we have seen multiple times this day, that is very beautiful. And also, killing your teammates also can be viable here.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you have to just to make sure that you actually kill the opposing team. But yeah, he must have seen him a bit, so
when in
he
smoke.
finished. When in smoke, yeah.
Things can get very interesting for sure.
Indeed. And here, Adusi with the
was
insane 180, turning around right here.
Boom.
And taking 2 shots to Kickstart's face, making sure that Sharpshot and Kickstart here, the last game's winners, did get taken out. But Geminoda here getting killed by Gova, and the Super taking one of their wins. I believe they had 2.
Yeah.
And a second place as well. Of course, that's the reason they're going to be the winners of tonight.
Yeah.
And here, the fuck. That's just insane. That's just
Get on the oven.
That's just game sense. Microstar jumping on the counter and the oven here, pushing out. Unfortunately, he did have no helmet and very low health, so he did not come out on top of that. But that was insane.
I think he
play.
Deserved it though. He would have deserved.
That would have been very deservable. Yeah. The Super also here pushing an Octave and Benjaminoda. An insane vibe right now.
Good example of these guys and the way that they played. It initiated a lot of fights when they needed to. They saw opportunity. They came in like here as well. So they were definitely the kind of players that were also being proactive a lot of the time, getting into a lot of these fights. Yeah. Even like 3-way fights and still being on top of them.
Yeah. And winning some of these 1 versus 2s. And again, Mudov taking out the tap and Edelweiss. Very good. Scar spray from him. Making sure that they stay in the top 8. Most likely here goes.
Boom.
Taking out as well. Sharp shot with the 7 kills of the day. Oh, the match up there, of course.
Yeah.
Exciting games. What a pleasure casting you. It was our first time.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the last. Maybe not. We'll see.
We will see how the world spins around and all that kind of stuff. We're still waiting for the leaderboards though, so we get the confirmation on who gets the money, because that's important. Very, very, very important.
That's the reason they have been playing so hard and playing for this at least. But yeah, top 8 is going to get money. We can run it down right here.
Yeah.
First place, 1,500. Second place, 1,000. Third place, 800. Fourth place, 600. Fifth place is going to get 400. Sixth is going to get 300. And seventh and eighth place are going to get $200 each.
And there's a new season of this coming
of course.
Up. And it's going to be on
Savage.
On the Savage, which we already talked about before. Very intense. I think it definitely suits this kind of
How many players
setting.
do you reckon that should be in that map? I mean, I don't think as many as here, but I think if you we have 64 players in these maps. Let's say if we have 20 duos,
Yeah, maybe.
25 maybe.
Yeah,
If it's gonna be
50,
soupy, 50 players, it's
Yeah.
gonna get.
Well, I mean, as long as like, I mean, obviously we don't know how the loot density and everything's going to be once the map gets honed out.
But in the test phase though, there's loot everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was like
Yeah,
level
it's
3
insane.
everywhere. It was
Yeah.
just level 3 everywhere.
Yeah.
I loved it though. I think they should just stick it that way, because then everyone would be kitted out and it's just gonna full on
savage.
skill on savage skill on skill kind of fighting, right?
Yeah. Not spending more than 1 minute, 2 minutes max on looting. Then you're fully kitted. You're gonna have all the guns and weapons you want, and then you're just gonna be able to annihilate everybody else and get their gear as well, and making sure that you can sustain all these bullets all the way through the match.
Yeah.
But I really think it's going to be a different way to cast, but also a different way to spectate, because there's going to be fights everywhere, like a massive annihilation.
You're gonna need like 20 observers. So
Yeah, one
don't
per
worry about
team.
it, boys.
Yeah, one per team. We're gonna hire 19 more Ansvars.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
That's not gonna happen.
No, I mean, yeah, it's definitely it's so much fun in terms of just like the high intensity and everything. So in this kind of a setting would make for a lot of fun, but I think it would make for a handful of a cast. But here we go. Here is the final leaderboard, as we predicted, or well, it wasn't much of a prediction, more than just stating obvious. The Zupa and Ghost are the ones that come away with the $1,500.
Indeed, Empire deserved, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
$1,000 to them.
Throughout these 6 games, they were definitely consistently. First of all, their positioning was on point all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They were always in the right position. They had some good rotations going on. Always, it kind of obviously, as you can tell, 27 kills. They had the most kills as far as I can tell.
Yeah,
So they were definitely not steering away from that.
exactly.
Unfortunately for them, they couldn't manage to rack up enough, high enough positions consistently for them to be able to actually win. But they were still up there all the time, just due to their good positioning to be able to make it in the second.
Yeah, and Pijimanoda and
Also,
Noctiv,
yeah.
well deserved. I'd say they were contenders until Super and Ghost. They took 2 wins back to back, and also the second place also cemented that as well. Sharp Shot and Kickstart also very well consistent, also above the 20 kills throughout these matches, 24 in these guys. Sharp Shot taking 7 of those in their last match. Maldefar and Skuglot from Ambush taking 5th. They're going to take home $400. Kame and Strandums as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. 8th and 9th. 11 points if you
11
win
points.
them.
And
Yeah.
even 7th. 12.
Yeah, 12, 11, 512, 511, and 500. And the 500 mark, you got nothing.
Yeah.
That's life is rough sometimes when it comes to competitive gaming.
Yep. I mean, $200. You could probably spend them in a funny way, upgrading your PC. You're not gonna get that far for $200.
Or just get around in a bar.
Yeah, I mean, in Denmark you could probably get 2-3 beers.
Yeah, exactly. Probably the same here in Sweden too. It's
That's probably 2 beers
well,
in Sweden as well.
all right. Cool. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. It
We're
was a pleasure.
It is time to say good night and let you all go run free onto your, I don't know, probably just go to sleep because it's late, right?
It's pretty late. Unless you're an NA, and you're probably going to go into globallootleague.gg, check out the Global Loot League open season, and check out the new signups for the Series 3 of the Wingman, which is also open already. And otherwise, it's just going to be a good game from us, and sleep well when you get to that.
Yep. On that bombshell, good night. Thank you.
See you next time.